Welcome back to IMFA's webinar series. I'm your host, Ashley Boger with IMFA's Executive Leadership Team, and today we'll be talking about Type 3 molded fiber. In our last session on Type 2 molded fiber, we talked about how that's the one that consumers are probably the most familiar with as it makes up the largest percentage globally. But companies worldwide are spending the most time and resources researching and progressing on Type 3 molded fiber. Thanks to IMFA member FTT Italy for their video. We'll be watching a single forming vat feeding two pressing stations running in parallel, which is becoming part of the standard in Type 3 production. While IMFA member Huhtamaki and their patented Chinet products have been around for decades, Type 3 in general is a relatively young industry and has only been around in significant commercial applications since the early 2000s. This product has long been the envy of molded fiber manufacturers for its dimensional stability and previously unattainable aesthetics, but not for its capital cost per output of machine. The illuminated machine in the center is called the vat. The machines on either side of the vat are the pressing stations. You'll see the product is currently in the pressing station. The pressing and drying cycle is a weak point in Type 3 production. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Drying in molds provides dimensional stability, providing the ability to run product at high-speed denesting. The introduction of off-the-shelf affordable robotics has also recently made a huge impact in this area of machine design. Type 3 molded fiber products are manufactured using multiple heated molds with product wall thickness of 3 32 to 5 32 inches. Surfaces are smooth and forms are well detailed with minimal draft angles. Products are dried in the mold and no oven curing is needed. Out of the 4 types of molded fiber, Type 3 is the one with the highest potential to disrupt the use of plastics. Typical Type 3 molded fiber products can be as small as 20 millimeters in diameter and as large as 600 by 300 millimeters, weighing from 3 to over 30 grams respectively. Shrinkage during drying, unlike in Type 2, is almost never a problem. Machine vat pulp consistency is between 1/2 to 1%. Running lower consistency allows us to push the envelope in terms of product capabilities, manage the caliper to 0.2 millimeters in variation, and create products that can withstand greater pressure. Cycle times can range from 30 seconds at 2 drops per minute for a single press or 15 seconds at 4 drops per minute for a double press. Typical platen size is under 1 square meter, which produces under 1 ton per day, but we're starting to see some at 700 by 1700 millimeters producing 3 tons per day. We typically use electrical heating sources, though you'll sometimes see some machines running thermal oil. Thermal oil is rarely used due to its inefficiencies, whereas electrical heating sources allows us to place the heater elements much closer to the surface of the products. Type 3 raw materials are typically virgin wood and non-wood fiber. Some may use craft pre-consumer waste, though this is not as common because using waste with the tooling brings about additional challenges that are a little bit outside of the scope of this introductory webinar. Almost all Type 3 heated pressing tools are aluminum, but it's important to note that high temperature and pressure diminish the aluminum tool's lifespan. As the industry continues to progress, we may begin to see more and more steel tools being used to increase the longevity, but currently very few steel tools are used. We anticipate seeing progression towards steel tools because a 1 square meter setup could cost about $50,000 per set of tools and double if you have 2 presses. Because of the thin wall and incredible dimensional stability, this product nests exceptionally well, and as a result, you can get upwards of 12 metric tons into a 40-foot container. It makes shipping this product globally very effective. And now, as previously mentioned, drying has the largest impact on cycle time. As the industry continues to progress, we're seeing more and more often that heating elements are being put into the tooling. Because the distance from heater elements to product surface is massively influential in the drying time and generally makes for zero shrinkage, creating a dimensionally stable product. That's all we've got today for Type 3, but you should expect to see a lot more of these products hitting the market in the future. Join us next week as we discuss Type 4 molded fiber. And in the meantime, if you have any additional questions, please reach out to us at info@imfa.org.